A boy named Bruce Yamada steps up to bat. The crowd cheers, he swings, and the ball disappears over the fence. His teammates chant his name. It is a perfect summer afternoon, the kind you think will last forever. 2 weeks later, Bruce is gone. Nobody sees who took him. There is no body, no explanation. Just a missing flyer going up on telephone poles around the neighborhood, and a name the kids have already given to whoever is responsible: the Grabber. Our main character is a 13-year-old boy named Finney Blake. He is quiet and a little awkward and genuinely kind in a way that the neighborhood he grew up in does not reward. He gets picked on. He gets shoved around. He has a crush on a girl named Donna who barely knows he exists. And he walks to school every morning through the same streets where other boys have already disappeared. But Finney has two things going for him. The first is Robin Arellano. Robin is the toughest kid in school, the kind of tough where even the big guys think twice. When a bully named Moose corners Finney, Robin appears out of nowhere and takes Moose apart without much effort and even less remorse. Afterward, he explains his philosophy very simply. The more blood, the better. It makes a stronger point for the crowd. He is terrifying and loyal in equal measure, and he is genuinely Finney's friend. The second is his little sister, Gwen. Gwen is 11 years old, and she is the soul of this entire story. She is loud and defiant and uses language that would make their father's hair stand up. And she does not back down from anyone. Yeah, not bullies, not cops, not the crushing weight of an impossible situation. She loves Finney more than she has words for. And she has a gift. Gwen has prophetic dreams. She does not ask for them. They just come. Specific details, specific images, things she has no way of knowing that turn out to be real. She dreamed about Bruce Yamada being taken. She knew about the black balloons before the police ever mentioned them publicly. When the detectives bring her in for questioning and imply she might have something to do with the kidnappings, Gwen does not flinch. She tells them exactly what she thinks of them in words that get her sent to the principal's office of the police station. But the dreams also scare her father. He lost his wife to that same kind of inner world, and a woman who heard and saw things and eventually could not separate them from reality. He does not want to lose Gwen the same way. When the police come to his workplace asking questions about his daughter, he comes home and takes his belt to her. He tells her to say it out loud. Her dreams are just dreams. Say it again. Her dreams are just dreams. She says it 3 times. And the 3rd time, she gets angry. And somehow, that flash of anger stops him cold. Gwen says what he wants to hear. But she does not stop dreaming. Then Robin disappears. He is grabbed on a Saturday afternoon, on his way to buy a soda and a candy bar. There is no warning. There is no struggle anyone sees. He is just gone. Finney walks home from school alone now. And then a man in a dark coat with a painted face and a bunch of black balloons appears on the street corner, smiling. He says he is a magician. He asks if Finney wants to see a trick. He is cheerful and calm and deeply wrong in every way a person can be wrong. Finney wakes up in a basement. The room is concrete and cold. A mattress on the floor. A high window with frosted glass he cannot reach. A chain bolted to the wall. And on that wall, an old black telephone. Disconnected. The cord goes nowhere. The line is completely dead. The man upstairs comes down eventually. He wears a mask. Sometimes the top half. Sometimes the bottom half. Sometimes the full face. Handmade leather. One side smiling and one side frowning. He speaks to Finney in a slow and almost gentle way that is somehow worse than anything loud. He brings food sometimes. Then he takes it away when Finney tries to lie about his name. He calls himself reasonable. He calls himself safe. And then he says things like he just wanted to come down and look at Finney. There is a brother upstairs. Max, the Grabber's brother. He is completely unaware of what is happening in the basement below him. He is also, it must be said, not the sharpest tool in the shed. He is spending his time obsessively mapping the neighborhood, convinced he can solve the case himself. Then the phone rings. Finney stares at it. He knows it is impossible. There is no line, no connection, nothing. He picks it up anyway. The voice on the other end is a boy. He does not remember his name at first. That is the first thing you lose, he says. But Finney figures it out. It is Bruce Yamada, the boy from the baseball field, the home run hitter. He is dead, and he is calling through a disconnected phone in a locked basement, and he wants to help. Bruce tells Finney about a section of dirt floor under the loose tile in the hallway. He tells him to dig. He dug it himself, but ran out of time before he could get all the way through. Finney finds the spot and digs until his hands are raw. He makes progress, but the tunnel is not finished and the grabber might come back at any moment. The phone rings again, a different boy this time. He does not want to be called by his old name. He says that is not who he is anymore. Finney calls him Paperboy. Paperboy tells him about the grabber's routine, about the belt, about what happens when a boy tries to leave without being told he can. He describes the punishment with the kind of flat detail that means it happened to him more than once. Vaihi also tells Finney about a cable hidden in the wall. He pulled it loose himself and hid it. He does not know what it is good for. He just knows it is there. Gwen is not sitting still. She gets back on her knees and prays again. Not a polished prayer, a real one. She tells God she is sorry for calling him names. She asks him to send her a dream. Not for herself, she says, for Finney. She will follow him forever if he just lets her see something useful. She goes to bed and waits, and eventually the dreams come back. She sees a house, a specific door, a specific gate, a tree, an address carved somewhere. The images come in pieces, not all at once, and she wakes up and writes everything down and rides her bike through the neighborhood at night, trying to find the door that matches what she saw. Meanwhile, down in the basement, there's another call. This boy's name is Griffin Stagg. He was invisible his whole life, he says. Not popular, not known, not noticed. And then one day every kid in the state knew his name because something terrible had happened to him. That is a kind of fame nobody wants. Griffin tells Finney something critical. There is a combination lock on the inside of the storm door upstairs. It was his bike lock. The grabber took it when he took Griffin. He carved the numbers in the wall with a bottle cap. He gives Finney the numbers, but he cannot quite remember the order. 23-31-7, or 23-3-17, or 2-33-17. He does not know which grouping is right. Finney will have to try all three, and Griffin tells him one more thing. The grabber is sleeping right now, in his chair. Oh, the door is still unlocked. Finney moves through the basement like a shadow, up the stairs, one at a time, testing each step before he puts weight on it. The grabber is right there in his chair, head back, snoring softly. The frown mask on the side table, the belt coiled nearby. Finney finds the carved numbers on the wall. He starts trying combinations. First one, wrong. Second one, wrong. Third one. The lock clicks, and then the dog starts barking. The grabber's eyes open. Finney runs. He gets to the street. He screams for help. Someone drives past and doesn't stop. And then the grabber is right behind him, and the words he says on that sidewalk are so cold and so specific that all the air goes out of the scene. Nighty-night, naughty boy. Back in the basement. The third combination is gone, the door is relocked, and the opportunity has passed. The next call is Vance Hopper, the toughest kid in the neighborhood before he was taken. The kid who terrorized the local stop-and-go and played pinball like it was a contact sport. In death, he is sharp and sarcastic and utterly uninterested in pretending any of this is okay. He tells Finney about a wall in the bathroom, an outlet, a storage room on the other side, a big upright freezer blocking access from that side. He tells Finney to break through the wall above the outlet, find the panel, remove the screws, and get into the freezer from the inside. Finney works for hours. He tears into the wall with everything he has. He gets the panel off. He gets to the freezer. It is sealed tight from the outside. He cannot budge it. He sits in that freezer in the dark and cries. He is 13 years old, and he has tried everything and nothing has worked, and Robin is dead and nobody is coming, and he is going to die here. The phone rings one more time. It is Robin. Robin tells Finney he can see him. He says he has been with him this whole time. He tells Finney about his father, a soldier who did not leave his friends behind in Vietnam and did not come home because of it. He says he is not coming home either, but he is not going to leave Finney behind. Finney tells him he is not a fighter like Robin. Robin stops him. Finney has always been a fighter, Robin says. He was just always afraid to throw the punch. But he always knew how to take one, and he always got back up, every single time. Then Robin tells him what to do. The phone. Pack the receiver with dirt. Pack it tight until it has real weight to it. He then practice the motion. Pick up the phone, fast step back, Step forward, step back, and swing. Again, again, again. Finney practices until his arms ache. Then Robin says the thing that breaks the scene open. He says, "This is the last call, Finn." He says he cannot kill the grabber himself. He has been dead for months and he cannot do it. So Finney has to do it for him. He says, "Get out for me." Then he is gone. Outside, Gwen has found the house. She is completely certain. The tree, the door, the gate, the address. Every detail from her dreams is standing right in front of her. She calls the police. Detective Wright finally believes her. They come with cars and radios and a dog and they go to the address. But the address is a second house, an empty house across the street that the grabber also owns. It is where he buries the boys. The police find the graves, but Finney is not there. The grabber comes down to the basement. He knows his brother Max has been snooping. He knows the police are nearby. He is done being patient. He is done pretending. He comes down with a knife and says he is going to take his time. And then he hears the phone ringing. He tells Finney it does not work. It never works. He reaches for it anyway. And the voices of every boy he has ever taken are on the other end of the line, all at once. Vance promising him a nightmare. Griffin telling him he does not have much time. Robin saying he cannot kill you himself, so Finn is going to do it for him. And Bruce, steady and clear. Finn's arm is mint. The grabber turns around. Finney swings. The phone connects with a crack that echoes off the concrete walls. The grabber goes down. Mas Finney does not stop. He uses everything the boys gave him, every lesson, every piece of the hole Bruce started, and the cable paperboy found, and the strength Robin told him was always there. He finishes it. The police break through the door just after. They find Finney alive. He walks out of that house into the cold night air, and Gwen is there, and for 1 second she cannot move. She cannot tell if this is another dream. And then she runs, and he is real, and he is standing, and they hold on to each other in the middle of the street while their father collapses behind them, sobbing, asking for forgiveness. He is not sure he deserves. He is not fixed, but he is here, and his children are still alive. At school the next day, the hallways part for Finney Blake. Everyone knows what he did. Everyone knows what happened in that basement. The whispers follow him down every corridor. He killed the grabber. He walks through all of it, past all of it. And at the end of the hallway, Donna looks at him. She says hi. He stops. He says, "Call me Finn." So, what did you think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more full movie recaps, make sure you like and subscribe. See you in the next one.